The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of who shall I be afraid? I want to focus a little bit on God being my light, because light is about seeing, and I think sometimes we go through life not seeing it, and that's certainly me. I want to tell you a funny story about me. I was supervising a group of young men in a rehab, cooking a breakfast for about 150 people. One of the guys in the rehab was having a bad day and he wanted to leave, and I'm serving breakfast for all these people, and this guy is in my face, just went on and on and on for about 10 minutes about wanting to leave, and it was really embarrassing, really obnoxious and rude and arrogant, and it got the better of me. I got really angry, and I told him, you and me out the back now, we're gonna sort this out. So I had a very angry conversation with him and told him to leave. And then as I'm coming back to the serving area, there was this guy who was on staff, and he's leaning up against the shed with a smirk on his face, and he says, "So Geoff, how come you lost your peace?" And in that moment, I just started getting this download of what I was sacrificing my peace for. And I realised that I needed him to respect me. Because he didn't respect me, I chose to give up my peace. And I had this picture of Jesus on a cross being humiliated and disrespected and dishonoured. And I realised that I requiring people to respect me, and Jesus didn't require people to respect him. So I felt like that day God shone a light on me, and that my requirement of other people's respect meant that I lost my peace, and then people saw that and didn't respect me. So the very thing that I was chasing is the thing that I pushed away. And when I actually gave up my desire for respect and I laid that at the foot of the cross, it changed my life. I'm a different person. From that day on, I'm a different person, because God showed me this, that he is my light, he is my salvation. I don't have anybody to fear. When people come at me with disrespect, I can respond with peace. And often it ends up becoming an opportunity for ministry. You know, what do you lose your peace for? Why not let Jesus shine his light on that area and let his peace rule and reign in your heart?
The thing I really like about this verse is that it can capture in two very different ways. At first read, it kind of seems like when I take my kids on holiday, and let's say you're at a beautiful place like Ningaloo Reef, and they say, "Dad, I want to stay here forever. Can't we just always be here? I want to dwell in this place." But for me, as I read this verse, I also saw a look of a bit more desperation, and just in the face of like hard times, saying to God, "Lord, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow or next year. I just ask that you keep me in your house and that I may dwell with you, that this may be a place of peace for me and a place of consistency." And I've found myself saying that a few times to God this year. 2023 has just been another roll on after a couple of tough years for all of us. We look again, and for me, I had a new job to start with. My wife, Beck, has gone through a battle with breast cancer and received treatment for that. And we've had a death in the family. We've had lots of stresses and things to go to, and yeah, it's taken a bit of a toll. It's been a harder year, but what remains is that Jesus and the Lord is beautiful, and to gaze on his majestic beauty, the grandeur of God, is a place that we all want to stay at.